Hey, this should be working. Who knows? I'm gonna see if this works. Hello, welcome to my stream. It is a different stream than it was. I think I have sound now. It looks like I have sound. Somebody tell me if I have sound. Are we here? Are we sound? Are we doing sound? Is it working? Sound? Hey, sound. Amazing. I'm just gonna go change the link in Discord. And hopefully everybody will figure it out. Welcome to Bug Hunter Stream. This is normal. It's normal, I guess, that things happen. There was no reason for this one. It just crashed, and then I restarted it. Now it's working. So I guess I'm not going to take any blame for that one, because how could I have known? Normally I do something wrong. Normally I'll look and be like, oh, no, it's not plugged in. But I was literally just recording something in Logic. And so all of my settings were correct. Everything was plugged in. It just didn't want to do it. So it wasn't even amount of tabs. I even thought about that because, yeah, Tim Wheeler says normal amount of tabs open this week. Yes, I went and closed every non-essential tab before I started, just so we didn't have a repeat of last week. That one was on me. I'll take the blame for that one. Welcome, everybody. Hopefully people have jumped over from the previous stream. We're in the chat. What are we doing? Mars was here first. That one super cool Toonie. Christopher Zajac. David Toe is here. Violet Blight. My dad is here, which means my mom is here. Kevin Lorimer is here, which means Julie Lorimer is right behind. Let's see. Am I right? Yep, I'm right. Kaylin here. Knacker here. Snorby here. Tim Wheeler. Tana Elizabeth. Coin is here, has a bug-iversary, it sounds like. It was 3 years. Congratulations. And Rach. And Inspired Draw. And Thigh Cabbage Folk. And Pocket Moose. Cool. Look at everybody here. Despite all the technical difficulties, y'all are still here, so. Okay. Welcome to my stream. Here's what I do on my streams. I play songs. I talk about things going on in my world, things coming up, things I'm working on, answer questions about things that people want to know about, and in general, just hang out for a little bit to remind everybody that I'm still here. What do you want to play? What do you want me to play? What do you want? What songs do you want? Shout them out. I'll see what I'm feeling. I got 2 for the Gulf Coast. Ooh, 3 for the Gulf Coast. Uh-oh. I'm setting the threshold at 4 for no reason. That's 4. This song is a bonus track off of the Rough Draft. And it goes like this. I've noticed a clash between our coasts. It's mostly braggadocious, pumped up claims and sugar-coated. It's East Coast, Ivy League Coast, West Coast, Best Coast, but between those they don't see another option. One more coast that feels forgotten. That might be how it goes. The long shot laying low, but those who know me know I'm like the Gulf Coast. I'm like the Gulf Coast. Cut me some slack. I don't have fancy marketing or radio ads. I'm like the Gulf Coast. Unsure and it shows. No, I don't boast. I'm like the Gulf Coast. The non-stop assault by all the West Coast tech bros and East Coast ego. Don't you have something else to say? The old catchphrase feels so cliche. The merch can make you an ad display if you are New York or you love LA. It's overkill like praying for a preacher. It's overkill like a sheep in a t-shirt. It's overkill, no need for a C. It's like an A plus still sleeping with a teacher. I'm like the Gulf Coast. Cut me some slack. Unsure and it shows. No, I don't know. good song. Thanks, everybody. Appreciate your applesauce. It is a fun song. I really like the lyrics to that. Second verse just rips. It's so good. Yeah. So, what do y'all want to talk about? I have several things. I guess we're in between jam mechanic seasons right now, so I don't have as much jam mechanic stuff to talk about. Yeah, we're kind of just in our break right now, but I'm using it in a good way. I'm using it to work on things and songs, and not only updating jam mechanics demos, but also working on new stuff. I have a lot of projects. I had to make a spreadsheet. I had to make a spreadsheet about literally everything that I had. I now have the 2025 master, what do I call it? The 2025 workload is what I called it, where I've listed every song, what project it's part of, because I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different projects if you count miscellaneous as a project. I don't know if that counts as a project, but I have a few songs that aren't on anything, but they exist. So I have what step I'm on as far as working on them. I have the general priority, A, B, C, or D. D is done, surprisingly. You'd think D would be the lowest. D just means done. Call out boy. That's D for done. Who's working on it, where I'm at with the lyrics, where I'm at with the project file, what each of my bandmates are contributing to the song, and it is not a short list. It's not a short list. No, it's not a short list. So is it color coded? It's absolutely color coded. It's color coded by project. So I can quickly look and see, like, oh, that's a jam mechanic single. Those are blue. So yeah. So Pocket Moose wants to know, what were you just working on just now? Yeah, I was late to my stream because I did say in my Discord that I was working on a song, and that's why I was like, I just really want to get this part finished. Okay, I'm not gonna tell you. It's something you've heard before, so that's probably a hint. But it's not gonna be what you think it is. So okay, so people have some questions. Any timeline on new stuff? I'm getting closer. I am basically, every project is still at least 2 songs shy of me being like, let's go. Like I have an unknown song that hasn't been written yet, like doesn't have a melody, like, because I know what I need. Like I know when I'm like mapping out what the project is, I know what the song kind of needs to be, but I don't have lyrics, I don't have a melody, I don't have like a song yet. And so until I have like the bones of the entire thing, none of the projects right now, I'm not like confident to be like, all right, let's go, this is it, like let's move forward, let's start like full production on everything. Because until I, because sometimes a song can evade me. It can evade me for like a year. And so all 3 of my major projects that I'm working on all have at least 2 missing songs. So yeah, timeline's TBD, but I'm making a lot of progress. Tim Wheeler says, I'm glad you got the Dublin show you were trying to schedule. Thank you. Yep, that has been added right there. We're going to start our tour with it. Instead of in London, we're going to fly out a couple days early and go to Dublin. And it sold out GA in the first 24 hours. And there's just a couple of VIP tickets left. So yeah, it's the smallest venue we've done in Dublin. We did sold out in 2023, and then we ended up with a smaller venue the next year and sold that one out. And then this is even a smaller venue than last year's sold out venue. So there was no world where it didn't sell out, and it's going to. But that's just how it goes sometimes. You get everything booked and you're like, well, there's 7 venues that could fit us, and we have this one day. And, sometimes they just, other bands have them, or they're not available, or there was one that was just like, we're going to take 20% of your merch. I was like, you guys suck. So we don't really like to work with venues like that. Yeah, so I'm excited about that. Christopher Zajac wants to know about lyric postcards. Any idea where that's going yet? I've commissioned an artist to do some work on the front of the cards, and once we get that done, then I am going to relaunch the handwritten postcard of the day with kind of a new format. Here's what I'm thinking, and you guys can tell me if this is a bad idea, but here's what I kind of want to do. Before, it was basically I would take all 44 or whatever of my songs and I would randomize them for 44 days, and then I would pick snippets from each of them, and basically if a card didn't sell on a certain day, it would just get thrown in with the next day. And so until there'd be like 3 cards, and somebody'd be like, all right, I'll get 3 cards. These 3 cards, I'll get those. And so what I kind of want to do is have certain days be certain things. So like, was it Teabag Tuesday? So like I have torn between a couple song be the Tuesday postcard. But then I was thinking, I think I like maybe like a Saturday would be like jam mechanics, taking things from jam mechanics. But I was thinking Fridays could be I don't say what the thing is. It's just a lyric from a new song that I'm working on, and it's just a little secret between me and whoever gets it. And they're not allowed to share it or tell anybody, but they can have it. So I thought that'd be kind of cool. I just do like a mystery box Friday. That's where I'm hoping to relaunch that in the next month, hopefully by the beginning of September. So Beanie wants to know about what demos are getting updates, if you're allowed to tell us. I mean, I'm allowed to say anything that I've played on tour. For jam mechanics, anything that you saw on a set list for the tour, you can safely say like I'm working on. I mean, Francesco, I played a few times. Liberal Kitty, I played almost every night. So if you saw me play it live, there's a good chance that it will get a full release. But that's not an exhaustive list. There's some that I'm still working on. So. Okay, sorry. My chat just skipped. I was trying to. Will you bring back custom postcards as well? I still do the custom postcards. Yep, that's still an option on my website. People can get the custom postcards on my website already. That's normal and didn't go anywhere even the whole time. So. Dumbo wants to know, do you have album names before you write the lines, name dropping them, or do you pick certain lyrics in the songs to use as an album name? Great question. Rough Draft, Bigger Than Myself, and Happiness Without a Catch, I wrote the lines and then titled the album. Torn Between a Couple, I titled the album and then put the line into Making Up Words, which is probably self-evident given what the line it's used in. But basically my brother texted me, he's like, hey, do you have a name for the new album? And I was like, I'm torn between a couple. And he said, that's a good title. And I was like, all right, because it's a joke that I would have made and I wouldn't expect it from him, so he really caught me off guard. And so I retroactively I think Making Up Words was potentially a title for that album, but I wouldn't have then called Making Up Words, which would have been weird. So I was like, I could do that. I can't remember what other titles I had, but none of them stand out in my memory. So Coin wants to know, do you have an idea if Hook Verse will be Bug Hunter or Jam Mechanics? Yeah, so I'm working on, because I obviously have the Hook Saga, and I've released the Hook under Jam Mechanics, and I think that's where I'd probably like to keep it, because I feel like an entire album that is so, or EP probably, that is so thematically, similar would not do well as a follow-up to Happiness Without a Catch under my main page. I feel like it would bounce a lot of people off. Anybody who kind of came to my music from Dear Kraken and Disco in the Panic Room, seeing new Bug Hunter EP, and it's just a bunch of weird, moody, dark devil imagery. It would just be kind of off-putting in a way that I'm not prepared to do. So I think Jam Mechanics is a great place for it. I can be Jam Mechanics featuring Bug Hunter, and then it'll still show up on my page, and I can still talk about it. So, yeah, that's my thought right now. If I wrote it and it was really, really, really compelling, and everybody in my world was like, no, this is the best thing you've ever written, I guess I would think about it. But right now, it seems Jam Mechanics seems like a cool place to kind of put things like Liberal Kitty. And Hook stuff. So Wandering Al says, I need you to know I'm getting a passport just to go to the Dublin for the show. Oh, bless me. Cool. That's awesome. It's great to have a passport because then you can go places. Miss Pixie wants to know, how many hats do you have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But I have another green hat. Oh, secret one. 7. I have 7. 2 dog mom hats. 2 Cal Poly hats, 2 dog mom hats, just a blank hat that I like, one that has a dog on it, and then I have a wood brimmed hat, and then 2 Cal Poly hats. I don't know if I said that already. Okay, I'm behind on the chat. Okay. A Hidden Gemfire says, what do you do on live streams? You're watching it. You're seeing it. You're seeing it happen right in front of your eyes. I talk about how many hats I have every time. So just hat updates mostly. Christopher asked, I was wondering how my fan art survived the trip. Yes, I'm looking at it. It's there. It made it. The little smokestack fell off. Just like the little piece that had the smoke on the chimney. And I have just set it back on. I intend to glue it back on, but right now it is set, and because it's on a shelf, it's not going anywhere. But we put it on the dashboard for the remainder of the tour because it couldn't go in the box because it would have been crushed. So we literally just put it on the dashboard of the van, and it sat there all the way from Minnesota to Richmond. So it did survive, and it is on my shelf. I really appreciate it. It's very cool. It is for people who, I'm just talking to one person right now, it is a little like a paper. I was gonna say paper mache. It's like the houses from Two Bed, Two Bath and a Ghost, made out of paper, and it's very like so many little small details, like all the tiles on the roof are like individually cut, and it's awesome. It's so cool. What else did I get? I got a cool custom disc golf disc that says DBBPBEHI. Which stands for double bogey par birdie eagle huck it hard, and it's got my little bug guy on it, which is really cool. Pixie says the hook verse has a stranglehold on me. Cool, because I'm working on it. So Sharky Does Think says, why is no one here? You're like the best music artist ever. How many people we got? 66? That's pretty good. It's pretty good. Yeah, I don't know. 66 feels pretty good. Now we're at 69. Nice. So yeah, I mean, that's a good amount of people. I don't know. I'm able to do what I do. Some people are like, I would thought that you'd be like, a huge artist and you should have like, 1 million subscribers on YouTube. I don't know. Me and Matt get to go out in the world and literally play for like hundreds of people at a time, and we're able to support ourselves with our music. So I'm not gonna get greedy and be like, we deserve so much more. I'm happy with the fans that we found, and the people that we attract to our music. So so far so good. Timio asked if you had to sacrifice one of your albums first, Survivor S style, who would you eliminate first? I'm not gonna answer that question. It would have to be torn between a couple, wouldn't it? It would just have to be. And that sucks. But it would have to be. Like, I don't want to upset anybody, but like it would just have to be. Like, Bigger Than Myself has Take It Back on it. Like, I'm not gonna erase that. And Happiness is the best album I've written, and The Rough Draft is the reason that I'm here. So like, well, you got me. You got me. Don't at jams. Stop. Timia wants to know if there's any new panini recipes that I've been workshopping. My go-to recently has been the turkey bacon avocado, which I've changed from avocado because avocados are fickle. I've changed it to the little guacamole packets they sell at Costco, and then you just gotta open them up and just spread it on there, because I'm tired of making sure that my avocado is right for for sandwich time. So I've stopped guessing. And it's not as good, but it's pretty close. So that's my favorite, and then a Ladybug is exclusively still on pesto artichoke paninis. So I still need. I did some breakfast paninis there for a second. Those are pretty good, but they're kind of unwieldy with the eggs. Kind of what I ended up doing was I would like paninize just like the bread and the cheese and the meat, and then I would open it back up after it had been squished, and then I would put like the egg on it, so that, because it's just squishing egg is weird. So any other panonos happen recently? No, we've made very few panonos recently. I think the one that I did was I tried to use the focaccia bread, and it was too tall. It was just too tall. So anyways, that's all the rad updates on hats and paninis that you all tune in for. Let's do a song. This is kind of a deep cut. Most people haven't heard this one. I don't think anyone in this chat has ever heard this song, by the way, that you all never talk about it. But I'm gonna play it because I need to practice. I just stepped on a plane, my bag's on the shelf. I find my seat in the middle and plan to keep to myself. The pilot comes on, says there's been a delay. So I side buckle up and prepare for the wait. There's a middle-aged woman on my right by the window. No ring on her finger, maybe divorced or a widow. She's drafting an email from where I am seated. I can side-eye that shit, so of course I'm gonna read it. It said, "Dear Kraken, this is already great. Dude's got a pen pal and a killer last name." She opens with an inside joke, and she's hoping to set a casual tone. Her words carefully chosen. She was sure that her week spent in Houston would drag, but then a face on her past quickly changed all of that. The trip was for business, she's used to the travel, but this time she's not ready to head back to Seattle. Dear Kraken, I'd rather be off this plane. I can't admit the half of it that I want to say. Do I pretend? Do I push you away? I'm jet lagging the Kraken, and I'll give you your space. And I can tell by the abuse of the backspace key, there's a heart balanced on how her words are perceived. She's retyped that fourth paragraph 4 times, swinging the tone back and forth until she's so satisfied that he knows that even though their paths have diverged, there's an air of regret, but not enough to reverse. And I am stunned. There I sit, completely convinced that once you grow old, you stop dealing with this. The uncertain, the hurt, and the feeling like dirt when things don't work out. By the fall of the curtain, she hits send, powers off, and we're ready to go. And I am sad for the passion that Kraken, he might never know. Dear Kraken, I'd rather be off this plane. I can't admit the half of it that I want to say. Do I pretend? Do I push you away? I'm jet lagging the Kraken, and I'll give you your. Dear Kraken, I'm keeping this on my chest. I said a lot of things, none of them what I meant. Do I pretend? Do I try to forget? I'm jet lagging the Kraken, and I wish you the best. And I thought by that age our broken hearts had seen their worst. And I thought that kind of heartache was meant for the young, but we're never too old to hurt. And I thought by that age our broken hearts had I just stepped off a plane, I've got one regret. I know I'll never get closure or ever see how it ends. No, I won't know his answer, what happens between them, why she kept her cards so close, even she couldn't see them. What gave her such pause when she so clearly wanted to tell you all the emotions she tried so hard to bottle. And I'll never know why she kept the honest truth from you. But oh dear me, Kraken in the rough draft. Oh, in the rough draft. In the rough draft, she loved you. That felt incredibly strange to play on a live stream. I feel like I probably have, but it's maybe been once before. I feel like I never play that song on live streams because y'all literally never ask for it. What a great song. Good job, me. Good job, whatever, 26-year-old bug. You did it. You made your dreams come true. Okay, you guys are all pretending that it was a new song. That's funny. Was that a cover? Yeah. Carmel says hello from the south of France. Hello from Richmond, Virginia. This is kind of cool. It's been one of the coolest things, and as I kind of like look forward to October, is I love touring the U.S. and the crowds are normally bigger, and you know, maybe because of that the energy is higher. But there's something about going to another country, and people are there, and they know every word to every song, and they sing along, and it's not like, oh yeah, I would have met all these people in the US, but there's like this extra sense of like being in Berlin, Germany, and being like, I never would have met you. I never, like, this moment never would have happened. We never would have connected. You would have never known who I was. I never would have known who you were if it weren't for like these songs. And it's just so cool that that I'm able to do that. So yeah. So I'm very excited. I'm very excited for October. I wish that we could have gotten something in mainland Europe, but it just didn't work out this year. We had a really hard time. Basically, I mean, the honest story around it is last year we do we lose money? Yeah, we everything kind of averages out a little bit, but we may have lost money from going to Europe last year because mainly because the Amsterdam venue was a 40 cap venue that we sold out on day one. We had like 80 people on the wait list. If we could have played a show for the 100+ people who wanted to come to that show, we would have made a little bit of a profit on it. But because it was a small venue and then we kind of split our Germany audience into two, we ended up just like, you know, London and Manchester and Edinburgh kind of subsidized our Europe trip. And this year I was like, we have to find something bigger than what we did last year. And it just didn't materialize. So because of that, we just kind of made the call that, you know, we can go next year. So we ended up we're doing 6 shows in the UK again, instead of the 3 that we've kind of done the last couple of years. So. Beanie says, I've been told before that Americans don't sing along to instrumental parts. Is that true? That's funny. The first time that I remember a crowd singing along to the little bit in Point to Prove, the little riff there, was in London. So maybe there is something to that. But I feel like it's happened since then in America, but maybe I'm misremembering. Yeah, the only like firm memory I have of fans singing along to instrumentals was in London, so maybe there's something to that. But I also don't have a lot of instrumental stuff in my music. Most of the instrumental stuff, like solos and stuff, when I'm playing by myself, I will normally just kind of skip and edit out because I don't have the skills or ability to play them. I'm a songwriter, not a musician. Sorry. Christopher says, you could do what the All American Rejects did and just go to random backyards people can show up to. Yeah, I've done that part of my career. Yeah, the thing about that is it's very cool that they're doing that. I love that they're doing that. They're a very cool band. I did see them live in 2012 or 2013, and they put on much more of a kind of a punk rock show than I was expecting from their kind of like glossy pop sound. You know, it was definitely, you know, drums and guitars and bass. Like it was more raw live, and I really liked it. And I love what they're doing. The thing about where we are is we did some backyard shows kind of as we were coming out of COVID, and the stress that put me under for if it rains, everything is just canceled. Like it just doesn't happen was too much for me to handle. So I'm much happier knowing that weather will not affect the show unless we're in Albuquerque when there's a flood warning and it cancels our VIP event. So, Kevin wants to know, have you ever been writing a song around an idea you were excited about only to discover that someone else had already done it and been forced to throw out or change your work? No, I've never. Nothing. No, I don't think so. I'm trying to think if I've ever been like, oh, has anybody ever done this or this joke or made this joke before? Maybe I've Googled it and maybe I'm like, okay, yeah, somebody's made that joke before. But have I ever written a song and then realized that somebody else had done the same thing? No, and I don't think it would really affect me that much because I think that the way that I write, I'm going to just put my kind of spin on it anyway. So, you know, take for example, Not Like That. You know, I didn't invent the button where you press it and you get whatever. In some things, it's you get $1 million, but somebody random on the planet dies, right? That's not my invention, right? That is just kind of like a moral quandary that has been posed before in movies and books and conversation starters. But I wanted to do my own thing around it. I wanted to put my spin on it, and I feel confident enough in my voice and my vision that I can find a way to say something interesting about it. So. And yeah, everything has been done before anyway. 20,000 songs get uploaded to Spotify every day. I would never let someone being like, well, this sounds like this, get in the way of me making a thing I want to make because, yeah, as long as I'm not copying it, which I'm not, if I heard it and then just wrote that, I wouldn't feel good about that. But if I come to the same idea that somebody else somewhere on earth at any point in time has ever done and published, I don't really care. So, Bug only makes original ideas. So true. So true. Dumbo just found out that Sweet Nothing's a good song. We all get there eventually. Don't worry. It's probably, I would say, Sweet Nothing of all of Torn Between a Couple is the song that I play that has the highest chance of being played outside the main two. The main two being Making Up Words and The Key to Being Lonely. Those make it onto a lot of set lists. If I'm going to pull something off of Torn Between a Couple, it's normally Sweet Nothing because that song is also great. So, okay. Do we feel like we want to do another song? Shout out suggestions. While you're doing that, I will say we have 4 more shows in the U.S. They are all 4 of them are going to be big, great shows. Fort Worth, Phoenix, Salt Lake, and Denver. It's going to be a lot of driving. I am going to be doing that one full band, so Kyle and Jesse will be at all 4 of those. The shows in the UK in October are going to be just solo, so it'll be me and Matt, and my dad, of course. So. I see Alchemical. I see Sweet Nothing. I see Fort Worth. Fort Worth. Sweet Morning. Sweet Morning. I see some Pebbles. I see some Sweet Nothing. Have I said Sweet Nothing enough that people just want to hear it now? What if we pull out echoes? Listen to Your Mom. Agamemnon is in a transitive state right now that I don't know how to play it because it's not the same way that you heard it. Coward or Upper Hand. Upper Hand's a great song. Hold Tough, Pine Cones. Look at all that alchemical. Pebbles, Pine Cones, alchemical, Sweet Nothing, alchemical, alchemical, alchemical. I don't know how to play alchemical. Okay. The next. Okay, here we're starting over right now. First 1 to 3, alchemical versus Sweet Nothing. Go. 2. Oh, 2 2. Next one. All right, Sweet Nothing. That was really close. That was very close. 2 alchemicals, 2 Sweet Nothings, and then a bunch of Sweet Nothings. So sorry. I know a girl. Her name is Sweet Nothing. Little voice, warm heart. She is so lovely. And everyone in the world, oh, they want something. But all I want is my sweet, sweet nothing. She helps me eat my Oreos. Her habit's janitorial. She keeps it clean, and that's a thing that sweeps me off my feet. And I'll take a dose of dopamine, cause boy do we have chemistry. No wonder she's so bubbly, I'm bound to overheat. She'll promise to stick with me, even though my faith is iffy, even though my arms are skinny, even though I can't be vain. She'll promise to stand by me, even when my room's untidy, even when she knows I'm lying by the smile on my face. Because I know a girl, her name is Sweet Nothing. Little voice, warm heart, she is so lovely. And everyone in the world, oh, they want something. But all I want is my sweet, sweet nothing. When I was chasing everything and willing to take anything, the lowest low I dared to go to try to make me whole. Well, that's when I discovered her, and I'll never need another her. She lit the love inside me, find all what I'll ever know. She'll always be my partner, even if our lives get harder, as we push our stories forward towards the climax of the fall. And to keep from being fiction, her love comes with one condition: that I learn to love myself before I learn to love it all. Cause you told me that you liked me, and I did bad, and you told me that you needed me, and I thought that was fine. But then you told me that you loved me. Now no one's as shocked as I, that it's those words in that order that's transformed this stubborn mind. Nothing gave me more, oh, like nothing as before. And I thought nothing would make me home again, and nothing did. Sweet nothing did. Sweet nothing did. If I look zoned out, that whole song is because I was like, I did it in the same key. Hold on. And I wasn't paying attention to anything I was doing. So hopefully I got the lyrics right to any of that. It almost kind of worked. Almost. So anyways, I want to know if you're playing the whole time. No, I didn't know I was going to do that. It was, I just noted that they're both capo 5. And I was like, oh, they're both in C. What's going on? I got something here? Let's see. So that's something. Everybody wins a little bit. Yeah. Cool. Everybody, thanks for hanging out with me on a Sunday. I know I started late, but I'm going to end at the same time because I got to make a panini And then I'm working on a lot of music right now. I have been plugging away and exporting tracks and listening and trying to figure things out and editing and blah, 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 blah. So, yeah, I'm excited and working on things. So, join our Discord. We have a really good Discord. If you enjoyed hanging out with the people who you hung out with today on the chat, you can get into our Discord and hang out with them all the time, every day. So, we're on a break for Jam Mechanics and nothing there. Tour stuff. If you wanted to come to Dublin and this is the first time you're hearing about it, I think there's like 8 VIP tickets left, and that's all we got. We're at fire code with the tickets on this one. So that's just how it's gonna go. The other ones, Glasgow will sell out. Just so you're aware, we're on track to sell probably 25, 30 tickets more than what we have space for. So if you're waiting for the Halloween show, I wouldn't. Right now there are tickets. Manchester and Glasgow both are probably going to sell out. They're both on track to sell out based on all the data that I have. So get those. London, we should have enough room, but it's going to be a really big show. And then Bristol, Exeter, and York, going to be smaller shows, but going to be great shows. If you want a more laid back, chill vibe, those are the ones to go to. Bristol in particular, I think Matt likes when I call it out. We'll have some special guests and surprises in a way that no other show this year will have. So that's pretty exciting. So, cool. Thanks, everybody. I'm going to go make a panini. While I do that, you're all goobers, and you should go to bed.